Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 17 of It Is What It Is. And I'm really looking forward to jumping into it. I want to first start off with giving a special shout out to my cousin Tanner and his wife Delaney, who just had a beautiful baby girl, which is awesome. Really want to congratulate them. That's very cool. And really excited for the whole family, I don't know what it's called when your cousin has a baby. Like, I don't know what that baby is to me, but I'm just going to say that I have another cousin, really excited about that. And they got a beautiful daughter, really excited for them. So congrats to my cousin. Looking forward to meeting that baby girl soon, hopefully. And want to give another quick shout out to my buddy Abe. My buddy Abe here in Dallas. He's moving. He bought a home. And that's a huge step in anyone's life. It takes a lot of commitment, and it takes a lot of effort in being able to put yourself in that opportunity to do that. And he's moving. I'll miss him, but I am very stoked for him. I wanted to give him a special little shout out there. So congrats, Abe, on your house in Houston. That's pretty cool. It's been a long week. It's been definitely a wild week in a lot of different ways. Like on a macro level, I feel like there's a lot going on in the world, in our country, and sometimes it's like low-key stressful. And with just talking to some friends about it, I feel that we can all relate that times are tense in the country. And it's been a long week for me personally. I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a lot to expand and grow upon and learn from. But the three things that I'm grateful for this week, the first one is friends and family who help give me guidance, give me wisdom, give me advice. All of that means the world to me. I know I'm not alone, but there are times when I feel like I'm the only person going through something, or I'm the only person experiencing this challenge or obstacle. And when I'm able to talk and reach out to my friends and get some advice, I find out that not only am I not alone, but that there's other people who have dealt with this or dealing with this, and they deal with it in other ways, cope with it in other ways than I do or than I think of. And I really appreciate those people who are in my life and take time out of their lives to give me advice, give me reassurance, all that kind of stuff, because it's very important. So again, that first thing that I'm grateful for are those people in my life who take time to help me grow. And I really appreciate all of you. The second thing that I'm grateful for is Factor meals. And if you don't know what Factor meals are, you should look them up. This isn't an ad or anything, but Factor meals are so fire. One, they're nutritious. Two, they taste great. Sometimes those meal plans don't really taste good, but Factor is amazing. And it's really easy to put the meal together, warm it up however you'd like, and you got a meal. No dishes, no anything like that. I've tried a couple different ones, and Factor is by far my favorite one. So if anyone out there is looking for a meal prep, Factor is awesome. I would definitely recommend them. And the reason I'm grateful for them is because they help save me time. I hate cooking lunch or dinner usually, but it's a nice quick way to get a lunch in when I'm busy or a dinner in when I'm busy, and I don't have to go anywhere or do anything. So Factor meals is where it's at. I get their juices and I get their protein shakes, and it's all very good for sure. And the last and the third thing that I'm grateful for is meditation. Meditation has been so helpful for me this week, and I need to get it back into my regular schedule. But when I fall off meditation, I'm just not feeling like my normal self. I feel rushed. I feel out of place. And it's an uncomfortable feeling to feel like that. And meditation helps center me and bring me back. So really grateful for meditation. And those are the three things that I'm grateful for this week: quality friends and family, factor meals, and meditation. So I'm sure some of you guys can relate to any portion of that. I'm pretty good at cooking breakfast. Like, that's easy. But factor meals, they definitely help me with that lunch and dinner. And I'm thankful for that. It was the first beautiful weekend in Dallas, I feel like. We're finally turning the corner, and the weather is just getting to the point where I want to be outside. I want to do my work outside. I want to read outside. I want to go work out and go for runs before it gets too hot, because I know that the weather in Dallas is about to change. I'm going to be doing some traveling and seeking out that quality weather as well. So if anyone has any recommendations of somewhere I need to put on the list, let me know, because I'll be in Florida in April. I'm really looking forward to that. Shout out to Mike. And I'm looking forward to having a good time there. And what else do we have going on? Next week, I've got an interview with a local influencer here in Dallas. Really looking forward to that. I don't want to spill, too much of it. I don't want to give too much of it away, but she's got an awesome blog, and I'm looking forward to talking to her about her blog, kind of how she started out and all that kind of stuff. And anyone else who's looking to get information about becoming a blogger or what that entails, I would definitely recommend tuning in next week. It'll be an awesome episode. I'm really looking forward to it. But like I was saying, on a macro level, some things have been stressing me out. Some things in my personal life have been stressing me out. And I feel like social media definitely isn't helping me. It just causes tons of worry. I see things that Joe Biden is doing. Like, what is that guy thinking right now? I don't think anyone can deny that we are as close to World War III as we have ever been. That shit stresses me out like no other. I genuinely do believe that the version of me that lives in Russia, the 29-year-old version who likes to create content and work out and hang out with his friends and go to work and do all these things, I believe that person has no problem with me. Just like I believe the 29-year-old in China has no problem with me. I believe you put us in a room and we all start talking, I think that we would all want the best for each other. And it's absolutely wild to me. It's absolutely insane. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will, about why the leaders of our various countries want us in war with each other. I don't want, who wants to go to war with somebody else? I don't want people in Russia or Ukraine or China to die. I don't want to die. I don't want my fellow Americans to die. So it's wild to me. It really, I do stress about it, because I feel like as a whole, none of us really want what seems like is inevitable. I feel like nobody's working to keep us out of that awful predicament. War is just doesn't sound great. I don't wish that upon anyone in America, anyone in Russia, in China. And I really do believe that those people there would say the same things. I have friends in the military, and some of the strongest people I know, for sure, emotionally, physically, in every different aspect, very strong people. But I still don't want them to have to experience that, My heart goes out to them. I really hope we can de-escalate this situation somehow, some way. If the 29-year-old version of myself out in Russia wants to drop me a note and let me know that you kind of feel the same way, or somebody in China from China wants me to let me know you feel the same way, that'd be awesome. because, like I said earlier, I hate when I feel like I'm experiencing something myself, like nobody else is feeling the same kind of way. And something that's been bothering me lately is we're all just kind of going with the flow, and we're all going about our same daily lives, and there are problems in the world, in what's going on. I wish I had an answer to fix it, an easy fix, but I don't. I also truly believe that the people in power don't have our best interests in mind. So if anyone has any advice around that, please let me know. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's at a macro level. On a personal note, in my life, I have struggled with my whole life. I've struggled with making decisions. Hate when I look back and I think, hey, if I would have made a different decision, my life would have turned out differently. And recently, in making decisions, it's always hard. You never truly know what a decision will bring for you, what it'll make your life look like. And one of the things that I struggle with a lot is change. Change itself is inevitable. It's the only thing that doesn't change. It's the only constant. There will always be change. And I find myself fighting that change a lot. I find myself resisting the change, not knowing how to lean into it, not knowing how to accept the change and continue to move forward. There's this push and pull of wanting that change not to happen, wanting the change to happen. And I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but change is tough. And one of the things I can say about change is that when you go through that change, what's waiting for you on the other side is always a positive. A positive can always be extracted from that change, in how you changed and what you learned and how you grew from that experience. And there's comfort in knowing that things can and will always change. I would like to believe, and I do trust, that the change in my life is positive, and that the things that are positive and belong in my life will always be there, will always find a way back, will always find a way out, will always find to be what I need and maybe not what I want. Another thing that I've learned with change is that without change, I would still be the person I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I am forever grateful that I'm not that person that I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I really do struggle with giving myself the compassion and kindness that I need to work and go through change. So the first thing that I want to remind you of, want to remind myself of, is to be kind to yourself when you're going through change, when you don't quite feel like yourself. Make sure to give yourself the kindness and the grace and the opportunity to grow and bounce out of that, because there are peaks and there are valleys, and that's all a part of the journey that we're all on. And sometimes I so desperately want to get out of a low, of a valley, that I forget to experience that, because that is part of the human experience. It's a part of what we're all feeling. maybe not in the same moment, but we all go through lows, and I'm working to embrace those and be better in my lows. And the same applies for my highs. I'm remembering to not try to grasp and hold on to my highs and when I feel good. And I'm looking for that balance. I really am. And the second thing that I want to remind you of and remind myself of around that balance is finding that balance is hard. And when I'm not in balance, I criticize myself and I'm hard on myself, and I just want to be back there. I just want to be in balance. And being in balance does take a lot of work. So I don't want to forget that I can't just magically wish it or speak it into existence. Although those things are helpful, balance takes work, balance takes effort, and that's what makes the balance beautiful, is the work and effort it takes to get there. And I have definitely been out of balance in a lot of different aspects of my life. And again, I don't like feeling like that. So I am excited to get back and work on myself. I'm excited to embrace the positives in my life and get rid of the negatives, and be healthier, which is something that I want. So again, the first thing that I want to remind you of is to be kind to yourself. Give yourself that compassion that you need. The second thing is remember that it takes hard work to find balance and harmony in your life. And the third thing that I want to share with you and remind myself of is that life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of the good times, the bad times, and there's no decision you can make to exclude the bad times. There is nothing that you can do to exclude those bad times. But what you can do, and what I continue to remind myself of, is I can change the way that I look at a situation. Nothing is inherently bad, so why not look at it as an opportunity to grow personally and take that to your next phase in life. Take that along with you in the change in your life. Take that along with you when you find balance. And those are just some of the things that I experienced this week, and I wanted to share with you and remind myself of as well. And really, I have to give the credit to meditation for helping me feel like I could find my balance and my harmony and the kindness and compassion for myself, and taking a step back and remembering that that's just life, you know. I really do believe that Stoicism has helped benefit my life for the better. And by no means am I perfect at applying those practices to my life, but I appreciate the knowledge that I can fall back on when I do find myself skipping a beat or missing a step. And I knew that this podcast was going to be therapeutic for me. I knew I needed it, and I've been looking forward to it all week. Again, on different levels, big levels, personal levels. And I appreciate you letting me get it out there. You know, I appreciate you letting me share this with you, because in sharing this with you, it helps me. It is something that I am passionate about, that I want to share with others, and I'm hoping that there's something that you can extract from this that can help you in your life. So those were the three things I'm grateful for those were the 3 things that I wanted to share with you, remind myself of. And I personally am already feeling so much better. I've been writing things out, and that's another thing too, writing. There's something about writing, like getting pen to paper and physically seeing what you wrote and expressing emotion on the paper, that is magical. Like there's something inherently wonderful about writing, in my opinion. And something I love to do is keep my journal open and around. That way, when I have something that I need to hash out, or something that I need to remember, or just an emotion or feeling I was having, I put it pen to paper and I can have it around and see it visually throughout the day. So I would recommend that to anyone who's looking to journal more or journal in a different style. That's been something pretty cool for me. So thank you so much for letting me work through some of those things that I had been going through this week. I just want more people to feel confident and to feel better about what's going on at a larger level. I feel like a lot of what I see on social media is there to influence you to feel scared, or there to influence you to feel like you need to have fear in your life. And I just don't want to be filled with fear. And I don't think others want to feel that way either. I'd rather be, happy and feel balanced. And these are some of the things that I'm doing to work towards that. With that being said, this is episode 17. Really looking forward to episode 18, and we've got an awesome guest for episode 18. So tune in for that. Reach out to me if I need to cover anything to be grateful for, if I need to cover anything that you have learned and would like to share here on the podcast. I'll give you a special shout out if you want to reach out to me and share those things. It'd be wonderful. I have felt much better throughout this podcast. I appreciate all of you, and I will talk to you guys next week. Looking forward to it. Have a great day.